What is up, you guys? 6 a.m. Forgot to do an intro and an outro, so I'm gonna be doing this through my phone and not my GoPro. So, anyways, my buddy Josh, and I were gonna go to the casino, and since I was driving, I thought I'd take advantage of the fact that I can use that time to get this video going for you guys. So it's kind of long, but hopefully you guys stay and watch the whole thing. We go over some pretty cool stories of bad beats, some bluffs, and whatnot. So hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you guys at the end of the video. So I've had you're not subscribed to my channel, which is okay.
I'm subscribed.
Oh, for sure.
I subscribed what was it, like 3 weeks ago? The one you said you might quit poker?
Oh, okay. So we have real fans out here. No, I respect that. No, okay. I just
that one.
It's just, it didn't pop up on my notifications. But I've done a video with myself.
I think it was on Natalie's YouTube. It could be mine. I don't know. I think she signed it on my.
Is that who Mermaid 34 was?
No, you got fans.
No, I'm just kidding. So I've done a video of myself called Driving Down Memory Lane, and then I did one with Jet. And now that we're going to the gardens, it gives me the chance to do one with you.
We're driving down memory lane?
That's literally what we're doing right now. You like the idea of it?
Yeah, I like it.
I stole it from Carpool Karaoke with like James Corden and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And how he has guests on. So mine is you can have a story of whatever you want to talk about. Good beats, bad beats, sick bluff, stuff like that.
I got a bad beat.
We've been playing poker for quite a bit now. You've been consistently showing up. This dude went first. Go first. And whatnot, so whatever you want to talk about.
I got a couple bad beats. I think it was like the 4th time we went to Morongo, and it was the splash pot. I get kings, and someone makes it 20 bucks, and there's 3 callers, and I shipped it all in with 180.
How much was the splash pot?
50 bucks.
Oh,
so
okay.
$50 splash pot.
Yeah.
And then 3 people put in 20.
You're looking at 110 plus your 180.
And then I went all in for 180, and I get 1 caller. Dude has Jack 7 of hearts.
For sure.
One heart on the flop. Back-to-back hearts on the turn and river. That one stung.
That one's brutal.
That one stung. The guy
when he called you, he just went like one time, or?
The guy just looked at me and said, "Good hand." Hit the table. That one hurt. But I think my worst beat.
It said turn left on Edinger. Well, I already missed it. It's alright.
You can go to Bullset and then turn left.
Which is why I was so confused why it's having me go that way. Oh well. Okay, so that's pretty brutal.
Yeah, but I think my worst beat is the aces hand that I had at the gardens. I had aces and someone made it 15. There were 3 callers. I bumped it to 65 pre-flop. And then the original raiser was the only caller. He was under the gun. And then board came out king 6-4, rainbow board. He checks. I bet 65 again, I believe. And he goes over the top all in for, what was it? Probably like 165, so it was another 100 to call. I call him. He has queen jack off. And then the turn was a 10 and the river was an ace. We ran out straight on the turn and river.
Was I there, or you just happened to tell me the other day?
I think I told you the next day at Nelson's. But that one hurt. I think that was my first time actually going to the gardens. I think it was just me and Christian.
Because I think that's what it hurts more, knowing that you hit your set. I mean, sure, it sucks that it's a backdoor as well. That probably what hurts the most.
He had to hit a card on the turn, and then he had 6 outs on the river.
2 aces and then a 9.
And a 9, yeah.
That's actually super brutal.
Yeah, that one hurt. And it was my first time going, and
I haven't stopped going since then.
Yeah.
I'm out for blood.
I think I still had some chips left, but I went from like 280 in my stack down to like 30 bucks. And it stung. That one stung.
I've been lazy to edit the last time we went to the gardens together with Al, Jet, you, and me. And I've just been lazy and I haven't edited it, but if you can feel free to tell them the story of our story with Jack 8 and my King Jack where I got robbed.
King Jack no good. So who bumped it up first? Was that you?
I have no idea.
You shoved, I think, from under the gun.
Yeah, but not. Oh yeah, it was pre-flop, right?
Yeah, pre-flop. Or maybe you were under the gun +1.
I don't know where I was at. I don't even know how much I shoved in for it. All I remember from that is that I got definitely screwed over it. I'm still in pain from it. Oh, it was 20 bucks. I shoved for $20 because I remember thinking, fuck, dude, I have 7 callers.
Yeah, it was $20 and everyone called, and then I called to complete, I think. Or maybe Jet called to complete, but there were 7 callers.
So there's $140. So the blinds are 1-2. I shoved for 20 and I have 7 callers. Like how loose was that table going?
That
like,
table was
I pissed off someone or something.
I think it was Al. I think Al did it. Because he would either raise or 3-bet every hand. Like there was like 2 hands where he didn't raise or 3-bet pre-flop.
It's like I'm 10xing the big blind and I'm getting called by
everyone at the
95% of the table except like 1 person.
And then what did the board come off? Was it 998?
It was 998 because you had paired your pair of 8s.
Yeah, and then
I think you guys checked it.
I think I shipped it on the flop. And then everyone but the dude in seat 4
No, you didn't.
called.
He did call?
Yeah.
You had 1 caller, right?
Yeah, and then we were going into the turn. Oh no, he shipped it. And then I called him, and then the dealer burned and turned before seat 1 had acted.
Yeah.
And the turn was a jack.
Which gives me top pair, and it gives Josh 2 pair, but his 8 gets counterfeited.
Counterfeited by the 9s.
Yeah.
But since he burned and turned before seat 1 had folded, even though he was already in the process of folding, seat 4 got upset, called the floor over, had him burn and turn again.
They put the jack back in the deck, which was a good card for me because I have top pair at the moment, and they just shuffle everything, they put it back, and I'm there like already kind of annoyed. Like for me, I'm like, I don't give a fuck. It is what it is for me. Like I'm not one to complain or yell at people because there's other players that will like get really pissed off, start standing up and like yelling. For me, I was upset, but I go, oh well, whatever. I was just kind of like annoyed that I hit my top pair and then they shuffled it.
And this guy had called the floor over, turns over his cards after they get rid of the jack. He had ace 4. He had ace high, he had air, he was praying for an ace. Turn, I think, was a 3, and the river was another blank, like a 6 or something.
Yeah, it just ended up being low cards.
And Kevin ended up having king high because the jack got thrown back in the deck, and he would have taken down the $140 pot, and instead I took it down with jack 8. So that was a good night for me. Bad beat for you though.
Yeah, yeah, that's a bad beat for sure. But Josh was down quite a bit of money and he ran it back up, which was super impressive.
I think I was down
because we were playing the 40. We were playing $1, $2.
I think I was down 300 at the 40, and I ran it up to like 420.
So for him to come bounce back, you know, it was really impressive.
Yeah, I turned and rivered the full house when that guy turned his flush, and I got paid like 90.
What'd you have?
I had ace jack, and I flopped it. On the flop, there's 2 hearts, and I top pair with the jack. And in the turn, the hearts got there, but it was an ace of hearts. And he checked it, and he had the king high flush. He checked it, I checked back, and rivered another jack. And then he fired into me on the river, and I went all in, and he snapped me off with a king high flush, and I got paid out another like $90.
I think I'm a firm believer in like the simulation and stuff when it comes to poker sometimes, where like I have just like a shit hand, like 10-3. You know, and I just decided to call one time with like 10-3. Like, what are the odds of me flopping a full house? Like, I understand that it's very low, but there's times where you ever just look at 2 cards and just go, this is it. Like, it's shit, but I'm gonna flop well.
I think every time I look at 4-5, I feel like I'm gonna drill the flop. I don't know why.
I totally get that feeling though. Or you just flop. You always flop something.
7-9 always gets there.
9-9, 9-7. Yeah, doesn't let you down.
Yeah.
I really like 10-8 of clubs.
You know what was a bad beat though? Do you remember I think it was the first tournament we played at Nelson's, maybe the second one. Nico was there.
So the last one we just played, the one we just got off work.
I think it was the one before that one.
Oh,
Nico wasn't at that one.
The last one. Oh, yeah, the last one Nico wasn't there. You're right, but I wasn't there for the first one.
Nico got it all in against Trevor Blake, and they both had. I want to say they both had.
I don't know where the freeway is.
It's past here and then the next right. So you're gonna pass this light and it'll take you onto it. Anyways, I think Nico had 2 pair, like aces and 10s, and then Trevor had ace deuce, just top pair. And he turned and river to deuce to take it down. That's a bad beat. To knock Nico out of the tournament too. How sick is that? That's why I don't know. I've never played any live tournaments. I'd be willing to, but I don't know. I feel like I'd just get tilted.
I'm just not patient enough.
Yeah, you have to. I feel like there's a lot of shoving.
Like,
once it gets deep.
Like when I take headphones to the gardens and stuff like that. Like I understand I'm playing like low stakes. Essentially in the big picture of poker, I'm playing like low stakes. But it's more of like I just get bored. I'm not gonna sit there like awkwardly, because if you're constantly folding every hand, you're just watching other people play. I just get bored, and I'm just listening to like music or podcasts or something to keep me entertained, not to like be seen as a professional player or anything. It's just I'm mad bored. So being at a tournament's even longer. I feel like you play even tighter there.
But I like playing live. I can't play online because I get bored. I don't get as bored when I'm playing live poker because I can talk to people and look around the table and actually watch the cards. But if I'm playing online, even if I double up, I'll end up losing it because I'll get so bored. I'll play like 95% of hands. I can't play online.
I guess I haven't had the feeling of playing, because I have not played. Last time I played poker like was pre-COVID, like on casinos and stuff. I would never do it. I'd always get away from it because I was doing better in blackjack. I was doing better in blackjack and Ultimate Texas and even roulette just for like the giggles. I was never really a poker player at casinos because for me it's such slow money.
Oh yeah, it is really slow. I got lucky that night to win the like 4 big pots I won.
Yeah, like if you're winning big pots, sure, but if you're not, then it's a grind.
It is.
Or I can just play blackjack and lose 200 in like 5 minutes, or be up 200 in 5 minutes.
That's why I want to try the 5-5 tomorrow, see if I like it, because you're actually deep stack, not deep, but deeper.
Yeah, and it's a better game is what I've been told. And people are playing tighter, people are playing better. Like if you're C betting, if you're 3 betting, 4 betting, you are assuming the guy has like aces and kings. And
yeah.
You don't have. Again, I think Al's a good player. I just think Al is more of a high stakes player. Like if Al was playing 5-5, I think he would excel.
Yeah.
But since he's playing such low stakes, he just doesn't give a fuck. He'll 3-bet with 10-3 if it means having a good time.
Especially at the 40.
That's what I'm saying, because essentially 1-2 is low stakes.
Yeah, it's just shipping it in.
Yeah, like that guy's there to have a good time. Like he'll play serious and like I guess since we're friends, he'll play loose with us. But
yeah, I tend to play pretty damn loose at Nelson's.
Yeah, we're playing like 9-7.
Yeah.
4-5 and blah blah blah. Like I'll try to loosen up my range in the casino because you think, oh well, my high cards are missing, so I'm just gonna use low cards. And so you start playing like 10-8, 9-5, and you just miss that as well. So you just get impatient, and I think that's what I need to work on. I just get so bored of the fact that other people are hitting their hands when they have shit cards that makes me want to play all kinds of hands.
That's why, I don't know, I don't get as bored live just because you're watching the cards and you can talk to people, but online I will lose all my money and trying to bluff with 8 high like every other hand. But what I do need to learn to do is start 3-betting more, 3-betting light at the casino when I have a bigger stack. Like if I have like 8-9 suited, I normally just call and go to a flop with it. But that's a pretty good hand to 3-bet with when you have a pretty big stack.
I guess for me, I gotta start practicing on coming on terms with losing. Like if you have kings, right? You make a big 3-bet and you get a caller, but the flop comes like ace 10-5. Normally I would just check there.
Yeah.
Or if I'm being 3-bet with kings, I'm only smooth calling. He's like, because Jed was telling me, he's like, dude, you just gotta get it in there. He's like, you may be down, you may be behind, the guy maybe have aces, but what if he doesn't? What are the chances of him having aces?
Yeah.
So sometimes you just gotta take the risk and like go for it. I'm in the right lane, right? Yeah, I'm in the right lane. And I think about that. I was like, you're right. Because one time I had kings, and this guy 3-bet me, and instead of going over the top, I just called. He's like, why are you only calling when you have like $10 behind? I was like, well, if an ace comes on the board, then I think I can at least put myself in a spot where I think I'm me, and just fold, even if it means committing 80% of my stack. Yes, yeah. Essentially it's a bad play, because what are the odds he has an ace or aces and blah blah.
And you gotta get it in there. Like if he has like ace jack, you're ahead. So
like he was telling you with your tens. It's like you maybe be, but it's one of those hands where pre-flop you just gotta get it in, and whatever happens happens.
Yeah. I think he was telling me that when I was a short stack, or I was talking to him about ace king, saying how if I 3-bet with ace king and someone 4-bets, if it's not my all-in, I typically call. Or if I bet and then they 3-bet, I won't always go over the top if it's ace king off, because I don't know if I like getting it in like that.
I don't like getting in like that with ace king, because I mean, I understand that it's a good hand pre-flop, not the best hand pre-flop, but a good hand pre-flop. But I always feel like in those scenarios, for me, it's always been like the flop goes like jack 5 7, and then in that spot you're supposed to c-bet to get other hands to fold or whatever. But I feel like in that spot, like I always check it due to the fact that I'm just scared that I'm getting donked by like jack 7 and that guy's 2-pair.
I've lost a lot of money c-betting with ace king after breaking a flop though. Like I'll fire out for another like 45 and get 2 callers, and then at that point I just have to give up. I can't keep going.
The worst is like when you're talking about, you lead out and then they just, I don't know, it goes check check or whatever, and they turn over 8s like a mid pocket pair, and it's like, oh fuck, it just sucks knowing that you missed even though you could have outflopped them or gotten a better hand.
Ace king suited, if I'm like last act and one person's all in, everyone's already folded, I'd be down to take it all in. But if there's like 3 all ins, I'm probably against aces or kings, I assume.
Yeah. But then you fold them, and then they have like jacks and 10s, and the board's like ace, blah blah blah, and it's just like, oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what Jet was telling me. I just gotta get it in with him, but he said not always ace king offsuit. He's like, you don't always have to get it in with ace king offsuit. But he said ace king suited, you typically want to get it in with.
Yeah, like I said, you just gotta accept the cooler. If it's like if the guy has kings, then at least you have an over. If he has aces, then you know.
Yeah, that's like, I was watching this video and it was the Doug Polk video, and he flopped a straight and folded it to Helmuth's higher flop straight. I don't know if you saw that. He had 10-7 and Helmuth had queen 10, and he folded it, and I was like, that's a good fold because he got away from it, but like,
how'd you get away from it?
Is that profitable though? Like if you fold there every time?
Oh, no.
Maybe it's just because he had a read against Helmuth, but like I feel like at that point it's like I'm always calling, and it's like if it's a bad beat, it's a bad beat. But I'm probably calling.
Yeah, I think I'm calling there too, and I go. At least I go. I think we can chop.
Yeah, pray for a queen.
Yeah, if a queen comes to chop.
Yeah.
I don't know. Poker's crazy. Like I think based on players, in my opinion, I've always thought. I think it goes. I might even think Nelson's a better player than Jet, if I'm being honest.
Nelson's pretty good.
Nelson's good when he wants to be.
Yeah, he gets bored too, though.
No, yeah, he gets bored. So I think it goes Nelson, and then it would go Jet. That's who I think are like really good players. But I think Jet's problem is that he just overthinks it too much.
I think if Jet played at higher stakes, he'd be more successful. Like he'd have better success if he was.
Yeah, like that's what we're saying. It's like it's because we are so loose, and you know we're nowhere near being professional players. But I do think, like, not to like sound like egotistical or whatever, but when I go here to the Gardens, I do think I'm a better player than most people.
Yeah.
Because I'm not one of those guys that goes, oh, is that a straight? Oh, is that a flush? What's a flush? Or blah blah blah. Because there's still people that are playing, like learning how to play at the 1-2. It's like, why are you learning how to play at the 1-2?
Yeah.
All right, you guys. That will be it for today. I'm still on my break from gambling, so I don't know when the next video will be out. But you know, it's nothing new. I usually take 3 weeks to post. So thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, leave a comment. Just let me know what you guys think. Honestly, I appreciate the comments that people are leaving. So yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.